My friends. What if the very silence you are experiencing right now is not emptiness, but evidence? What if the delays, the stillness, the strange sense that something unseen is rearranging your life, are not obstacles at all, but signals that your manifestation is standing just behind the curtain of reality, waiting for the perfect moment to appear? Many people believe manifestation arrives with noise, excitement, and dramatic breakthroughs. But the deeper spiritual truth taught by Paramahansa Yogananda is very different. Manifestation often approaches quietly, softly, almost invisibly. And only those who understand the subtle signs recognize that their life is about to change. Today, you will discover 5 silent signs that your manifestation is closer than you think, signs most people overlook, misunderstand, or even mistake for failure. So stay with this message until the end, because one of these signs may already be unfolding in your life right now. Before we begin, if you resonate with deep spiritual teachings that awaken clarity, purpose, and inner power, subscribe to Divya Antar. Write in the comments, "I am ready to receive what is meant for me." And share this message with someone who needs reassurance that their path is unfolding perfectly. Now, let us begin. Sign 1. Things become quiet before they change. One of the most misunderstood moments in manifestation is the quiet phase. People expect excitement, movement, visible progress. But Yogananda explained that creation begins in silence. Just as seeds germinate underground, unseen, every transformation begins in an invisible dimension before it becomes visible in the material world. When your manifestation is approaching, life often becomes unexpectedly still. Phone calls slow down. Opportunities pause. Conversations become fewer. Certain ambitions lose their urgency. To the untrained mind, this feels like stagnation. But spiritually, this phase is not emptiness, it is preparation. The universe is reorganizing circumstances, aligning people, synchronizing events, and adjusting timing so that when your manifestation appears, it arrives naturally rather than forcefully. Nature always moves this way. Before sunrise, there is darkness. Before a storm clears, the wind stops. Before a breakthrough, there is stillness. If your life feels unusually quiet right now, do not panic. Silence is not the absence of progress. Silence is often the sound of invisible alignment. Sign 2. You begin losing interest in what once excited you. Another powerful signal appears when certain desires, habits, or pursuits suddenly begin to feel meaningless. Activities that once thrilled you feel repetitive. Goals you once chased intensely no longer ignite the same fire. Even achievements you worked hard for may feel strangely incomplete. Many people interpret this as confusion or burnout. But Yogananda taught that when the soul is preparing to receive something greater, it naturally withdraws energy from what no longer matches its next stage of growth. You are not losing motivation. You are outgrowing an older version of yourself. Imagine trying to fill a cup that is already full. Nothing new can enter until some space is created. In the same way, when your manifestation approaches, life gently removes attachments that would block its arrival. This process may feel uncomfortable, because the ego prefers familiarity even when it limits growth. But the soul prefers expansion even when it requires release. So if you notice yourself naturally stepping away from certain environments, conversations, or ambitions, do not assume something is wrong. Something may actually be preparing to enter your life that requires a new level of clarity, focus, and inner alignment. Sign 3. Emotional sensitivity increases. When manifestation is near, many people notice something unusual. Their emotional sensitivity becomes stronger. You may feel joy more deeply. Music may move you more than before. Small moments may suddenly feel meaningful. At the same time, negativity, noise, or conflict may feel harder to tolerate. Yogananda explained that manifestation is not only the arrival of events, it is the raising of personal vibration. And when your vibration rises, your inner system becomes more sensitive to everything that is not aligned. This is not weakness. It is refinement. Just as a finely tuned musical instrument detects even the smallest distortion in sound, a consciousness preparing for manifestation begins to detect emotional misalignment more clearly. Many people mistake this phase for emotional instability. But spiritually, it means your awareness is expanding. You are becoming capable of holding experiences that require a higher level of consciousness. So if you feel more sensitive than before, do not judge yourself. Your inner world is adjusting to receive something new. Sign 4, unexpected delays begin to protect you. Another silent sign appears when certain plans suddenly slow down, collapse, or change direction, even when you believed everything was moving perfectly. At first, this can feel frustrating. Doors close. Schedules shift. People disappear from your path. But later, you often discover that these delays were protection. Yogananda taught that divine timing operates with a precision the human mind cannot always see. Sometimes the very thing we are trying to force is not yet aligned with the larger design of our life. So when manifestation is approaching, the universe quietly removes what would interfere with its arrival. It redirects your path, sometimes gently, sometimes abruptly, but always intelligently. Looking back, many people realize the opportunities they lost were not losses. They were course corrections guiding them towards something far greater. Delays are not always denial. Often, they are alignment in progress. Sign 5, a quiet inner certainty appears. The final and most powerful sign is subtle but unmistakable. You begin to feel a calm inner knowing. Not excitement. Not anxiety. Not desperate hope. But a quiet certainty that something meaningful is on its way. You may not know how it will happen. You may not know when. But deep inside, you sense that life is reorganizing itself in your favor. This feeling does not come from logic. It comes from alignment. Yogananda often explained that intuition becomes clearer when the mind stops forcing outcomes. And when manifestation is close, intuition begins to whisper. Stay patient. Continue. You are closer than you think. This quiet confidence is one of the strongest spiritual indicators that unseen processes are already moving. If you are experiencing these signs, the silence, the release of old interests, heightened sensitivity, unexpected delays, and a quiet inner certainty, understand this clearly. Your life is not standing still. It is rearranging itself. Manifestation rarely arrives with noise. It approaches gently, step by step, aligning circumstances until the moment is right. So remain steady. Remain open. Remain aligned with the version of yourself that is ready to receive. Before you leave, subscribe to Divya Antar for more timeless spiritual teachings inspired by great masters like Paramahansa Yogananda. Write in the comments, I trust divine timing. And share this message with someone who needs a reminder that their breakthrough may be closer than it appears. Your manifestation is not lost. It is on its way.